Hey guys, it's Michael, and I'm back with another Let's Build video. Today I'm going to build a flower garden, and I'm going to build that in an outdoor yard, and I'm going to be using some of the prizes that can be won during this year's flower collection. I've already laid out these flagstone path tiles where I want them in my outdoor yard. Now there's 46 in total, but as you can see, they're all facing the same direction. So I'm going to go in and start by rotating a few of these just randomly so they are not all in the same direction. Now, as I'm doing this, I'll tell you a little bit about the flower collection. It runs throughout the whole month of May. On May 1st, there's a flower collection icon in your pet's room. The icon will just be down in this right corner right here. It looks like a flower basket, and all you have to do is click on it to open up your collection. Now, if you collect all 50 flowers throughout May, you'll be awarded the prizes that I'm going to show you later on. There's actually 5 prizes to be won in total, and I'm going to use 4 of them in my flower garden. When I rotate these randomly, it just gives them a more natural look because they're not all facing the same direction. Now there we go. I think that's pretty cool. So we're going to start putting together this flower garden. Now I think I'm going to start by building the back and along the sides here, and then we'll move up towards the front, and you'll see all the cool stuff that I'm using. Now I'm using a lot of items today from the Victorian garden theme. It's a rare theme that's available in the curio shop, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Now the first thing I'm going to add to the room is the crystal falls. Now this is a huge cool item. It's a buildable item, and you can buy it at the W shop. So you'll find our building kits in the fun stuff section of the W shop, and when you drag and drop one into the room, the kit will open up and you can click on it to start to build. Now you do need your friend's help in order to build these items, but you can also use your hosts to help you build. Now there, my pet is kind of gliding around here. He's relaxing in the waterfall, so it's a pretty cool item. It's interactive, but also it's really visually impressive, and it'll give my garden a really nice, secluded, private look and feel to it. The flourishing tree and flower bed item is from the Victorian garden theme. It's a rare theme. You can only find it in the curio shop, and I'm going to drag and drop that right into the room there. It's kind of tucked right back behind there, so I want it a little bit forward so you can see. And there we go. The trunk of the tree fits in really nicely next to that waterfall. Artie restocks his shelves every hour in the curio shop, so if you go visit him every hour, there's a chance that you're going to find an exclusive item, including items from those Victorian garden themes that I was talking about. You know, rare items do cost a little bit more than regular items, so you do want to save up some kinch cash just in case if you happen to be at the curio shop and you see some rare items. Now let's continue building along the side of this waterfall. The ancient Aztec stone statue is a exclusive item. Of course, you get an exclusive item with every pet adoption. And now this guy looked perfect in this room because look at the feathers on his head are nice and green, and it ties in all the greens in the garden, and it just looks something that would be in a secluded flower garden next to a beautiful waterfall like that. That top corner looks pretty good, so let's continue along the side here. Now, this is the doorway, of course, and I've got tiles coming out from the doorway, so I'm going to start building a flower bed in this area right here. Now, I did add that flourishing tree and flower bed to the back corner there. I'm going to add one more right here, but to make it look a little different than the one before, I'm just going to rotate in the opposite direction. So it does give, look at that, it looks like 2 different trees in that room. Now, we do need some flowers, so we have some geranium bushes and some guzmania plants that I found in the W shop in the outdoors section under decorations. And I'm just going to start adding these to the room, and I'm going to rotate. I'm going to add one of each next to each other, so it really gives some nice color to the room. And there we go. I'm going to add 4 in total, 2 of each. Tuck them behind the trees, and there we go. We've got some nice flowers already in the garden. I definitely need something for that right corner, so I'm going to use another rare item. It's a rock garden, and so that one tucks perfectly in that back corner. Now let's start on the left side right here. Again, there's that path tile that's leading out, and so I'm going to add 2 more buildable items to the left side of the room. Again, I said that the buildable items were available in the fun stuff section of the shop. I think they're really cool because as you can see from that waterfall, they're pretty epic once they're fully built. Now we have an ivy brick wall that is a buildable item. Again, I've already built these two with the help of my friends, and I'm going to add them next to each other to the back left-hand corner of this room. Now, let me rotate one so they are both facing different directions. Now, I do like this item because look at these red-brown bricks really fit nicely with our rock garden here. And it also really gives it a feel like a garden or a secret garden or secluded garden. So there we go. Just a little hint of the brick walls in that back left corner. I have another item from that Victorian garden rare theme from the curio shop, and it's a serene green tree. I'm just going to drop it in that space that I framed with those flagstone path tiles. Now I'm going to go back to those geranium plants and those flowers that I got from the W shop. And I'm going to add a few to this room here. I'm going to again add, how many? Let's see, 1, 2, let's say 3 here to bring some tie in that color to the opposite end of the room. And there's a hand sculpted statue that is also part of that Victorian garden theme from the curio shop. And I'm going to add that right at the end there. I really like this item because it does have that little statue there, so it does definitely make this garden look quite fancy. Now, I said I was going to be using some prizes from that flower collection that runs throughout May, so I think it's time to add them to the room. Here's a garden patio barbecue. Now, this is one of the prizes that I was talking about. It does act like a stove, so if you click on it in play mode, it pops up that stove interface, and you can actually drag and drop food into these circles here on the burners and click the cook button and see if you can come up with a pretty cool recipe. So those are a lot of fun, and look at that. It's beautiful. It also is made of brick, so ties in those walls. Of course, the brick is a little bit different, but that's okay because the texture is definitely there and it definitely ties everything together. Another one of the prizes that you can get from that flower collection is the garden patio fireplace. And again, it's interactive. So in play mode, if I click on it, I can turn that fireplace on and off. So in those cold nights in early summer, it's going to provide my pets with really nice warmth in the garden. Now, before I add a few more of those items, I'm just going to build up this little area here with a few more flowers and another item from that Victorian garden theme. The freshly planted garden is from that Victoria garden theme, and it's a 3-tile long, so it is quite big, but it tucks in really nicely along the left side of the room. Now, in the remaining grassy area here, I'm just going to keep on adding those flowers. So I just have a few more to add, and I think we'll be done there. So there we go. Now, I just have a few more finishing touches to add to this room, and of course, it's the patio furniture. The garden patio table can be won during that flower collection that runs throughout May, and it's going to be a perfect centerpiece for the room. I'm just going to drop it right in front of the flower garden, and look at that. It looks pretty cool. Now, you can also win a garden patio chair from the flower collection, but if you complete your flower collection once, you'll only get 1 chair, but if you're quick, if you have lots of friends, and if you try every day, you're going to be able to complete that flower collection more than once. And if you do, you're going to be able to grab a second patio chair that I'm going to add into the room right now. So these items, of course, are sendable, sellable, tradable. So if you do only manage to finish your collection once, maybe you will be lucky in the trading room, or if you have a friend who's nice enough, they'll send you a second one. But I have a second one right here, and so I'm going to drop that in, and look at that. This is a pretty cool room. So I've got my nice patio area here, my barbecue that I won during my flower collection. There's the fireplace, rock garden, buildable items. It's all there. And of course, that exclusive statue. Now, I think this room just needs one more thing. I just want to brighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to take this cherry blossom tree and drag and drop it right behind that fireplace to tie in the pinks. Actually, you know what? This area is open as well, and so I think we can fit in one more tree, And there is actually a hand-sculpted bird bath that's part of the Victorian room theme. That is that rare theme I was talking about from the Curio Shop. I'm going to add that to the room. And actually, it's going to corner this seating area off really nicely. There's a bird bath, but of course, there's a nice tree that's incorporated in that item as well. So there you go. I don't want to crowd up things too much. I think this room is looking pretty nice. There's a lot going on, but it's nicely organized and the colors are beautiful. So I hope that you are inspired to build your own flower garden, or at least I hope you're inspired to play that flower collection throughout May so you can hopefully win those patio furniture for yourself. Like always, please feel free to send me screenshots of your favorite rooms. I love going through them and I get lots of ideas from looking at them. You can email me those screenshots at letsbuild@gans.com. And of course, feel free to post your own Let's Build videos on YouTube. Just use Webkinz Room Design in the title. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time, guys. Did you like this video and want to see more? Click the subscribe button below to see what else is happening in Webkinz world.